Assalamualaikum students. Hope you all are safe, sound and healthy. So now today we'll just see one more practical, and that this practical is of JavaScript. In this practical, students, we will see to accept number and display the square of it. Means to find out the square of a number, of a given number, whichever we entered by the user. So in this, students, what you have to do, you have to take two variables. Okay, you know how to take a variable in JavaScript with the help of where keyword. You have to take two variables, for example, variable A and B. Have to put a semicolon, students, because this is JavaScript, this is case sensitive, so you have to be very particular with each and everything. Okay, and here we will just use the script language as JavaScript because we are doing a JavaScript program. Okay, and this type of questions comes in the theory exam of your coding section. You have this question number and second last question of the last question of the theory paper. You have in the last thing that you have to do a coding of small practicals. So very small practicals are asked. So might be this, might be, means it may come or not. This is a very basic practical because they are asking the very basic practicals. So here you have to find the square of a number. So here you have to take a number from a user. That means you have to use a prompt box. Okay, you have to use a prompt box because it will prompt the user to enter the number, and then you have to display the message in the alert box. Okay, alert box, that square of a number is so and so. If I'm giving the square of, if I'm entering 5, so the square of 5 is 25. If I'm entering 2, square of 2 is 4. If it is 6, then the square of that 6 is 36. So in this way, students, you have to do a practical in JavaScript, okay, to find out the square of a number. So the very first thing, students, you have to be very particular that you have to define a variable. You have to declare a variable, and you need to have the two variables. One variable to accept the number from the user, and the second one is for what purpose? The B. A is to accept the number from the user, and B is to display the message of that number. Okay, students, so here we'll just hand to enter, to ask the value from the user, you will use the prompt box, and alert to display the message. So we'll just see the notepad. We'll start with the notepad, students. Our editor, coding editor. So the very first, as you all know, if you are practicing, students, you know the very first thing which we have to type is the doc type HTML for the HTML5. Okay, because we are doing HTML5. Then next one is your HTML. Then comes to the head part. Then title. I'm giving the square. Square. Close the title. Then close the head part. This is the completion of the title part, to give the title. Yes, next is what students, you have to start with the body part, and you have to use what, the script language, because we are doing practical in the script language. So script language is your JavaScript. Okay. Then next part, which is very important again, is what students, we have to declare a variable. So in the beginning only I have said that you have to use two variables, A and B, and then after the last variable you have to put a semicolon. You can have number of variables according to the program, students, but the last, before, means once the last variable is done, you have to give the semicolon. Okay, and then what you have to do, you have to ask the user to enter the number. So I'm going to use the variable as A, and that I'm going to ask, that is the prompt. Yes students, prompt. So prompt is what here, enter the number. Enter the number. The number which you want to have the square. Okay, and what we have to do, students, how we are going to get the square, students? Here we are asking for the number. For example, the number is 5. So that number is stored in the A variable. So what we have to use, B, to display the output. So B equal to, square is what, number into number, whatever number is there. So A to A. I've entered 5, for example. So in A, 5 is there. So 5 into 5, that is 25. In students, 2 into 2, 4. If I'm using 10, 10 into 10, 100, like this. Okay students, so next thing is what, students, have to use the alert box. Alert is what, students, I have to use the square. Okay, square. So square of a number is, square of number is, just write with the little bit, this is plus sign, just to have the in the C, with this space is the number, whatever number, A, that is the 5, for example. The square of 5 is like this, it will display the result in this. Then is, what is that? Plus B. Why? Because I have to display the result of B. Getting students? Then what? Close the script and close the body tag. Here we are using script language, students, so we have to close the script also. The HTML, the end part. We'll just try to find out if we are getting the output or not. Just see. Or save it. Using it as a square in .html. Save it. Just try to run it through. That is working up. prompt box, enter the number. If I am giving 6, I am clicking OK. Square of 6 is 36. Look, I have to give this space, students. This space is not there. Let's see. Save. I'm changing, you have to save it. Square of 6 is 36. Okay, so in this way, so it's looking very blank, students. I'll just write one content, that square coming. Square of 5 plus 1. Square of 3. Here we can understand that we have tried to find out the square of a number. So hope you've understood this also, how to write a JavaScript program. It's very simple program. In practicing this also, students. Hope you've understood this too. Well, in the next lecture, we'll just start something. Just try to do more and more practice on your OLE, students, for your questions, because each and every question you will find there. Okay, so please practice more and more, because once you start practicing, you will have a hold of everything. So it's better you just try to attempt the question papers. Best for exams also, whenever it will be.